What's up, guys? I am here with an exciting build to show you. I'm here with my friend Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, how's it going?
And we are here going to do a quick one take on his Bronco, which has got a pretty nifty Overland style off-road setup. And I just thought it was really cool and I wanted to show you guys. There's some big things to show you on this and a lot of cool little things. And it's in the details sometimes, folks. And he really did a phenomenal job with this thing. So with that being said, we're going to get started. Can you tell me, sir, what is going on? Let's start with the front.
All right, the front. I have
Yeah.
I have the Warn Xeon 10S winch. Had to relocate the camera to make this happen, and then the Factor 55 Ultra hook and the Factor 55 fair lead.
Right on. And then, so we got the cool winch. Obviously, guys, Warn makes a phenomenal winch. This thing is one of the best winches on the market, in my opinion, that you can find. We also have the stock bumper, stock bash plate up front, just that stock bumper thing. But then we got some cool, nifty stuff under the hood. You want to pop the hood, and then we'll show them. All right. If you know Broncos right off the bat, you know something was different there. He did not have to pop a hood strut like a Civic from the 90s. He put on his own cool little struts there. And then can you talk to us kind of about the lights and then what's going on with your air compressor?
Yeah, so it's always nice to have some lighting when you're working. So I put the KC, I forget the name of the lights, but the little round, the Cyclones, I believe they're called. Just ran them up. So whenever and I have it tied in, so whenever I open the doors or on a switch inside, I can turn those lights on. Got the ARB twin mounted. With that, you know, the pains of airing up sometimes, it's tedious. So I recently just put in the ARB, I think it's called air pressure control module.
And I think we can show that right there.
Yeah, that's where the air passes through, and that's where these all the different pieces are. But the computer module is up top there, and that actually allows you to connect to Bluetooth. You open an app on your phone, you set your PSI, and when you hit your desired PSI, the pump shuts off.
Right on. So that's a pretty cool thing. If you saw my air compressor video, I did not know that existed for the ARB setup. That's pretty cool. I might actually do something like that for my Bronco now. But let's walk over here. You might have seen a cool little filter or catch can type of deal in the hood of the Bronco. Well, that is because this gentleman has 74 weld portals, okay? This guy went all out on this build. And if we can get the camera in, we can kind of show the tops there. I'll get you some B-roll footage. But we have the Fox shocks. Are those the 2.5s?
The 2.5, yeah, the DCS controllables.
Right on. And then, of course, the 74 weld portals with the Delta joint icon billet upper control arms. And he's running a 38-inch trail grappler 13x50. That thing is a beefy boy with some icon wheels and, of course, my dog in the background.
Yeah, and the wheels are the icon, the Rebound Pros, so it is a beadlock style. So I can air down to pretty much 0 and I'd be fine. And also something to show is these Apex rapid valve rapid air down deflators. Yeah. So I can air down each tire in about 10 seconds.
He's got the inflation deflation game down. All right, let's go around here. We got an antenna here for a radio. We'll talk about that in a second. But something we want to highlight as well is the lights. Now we have the KC light bar, but you had to do something with the brackets.
Yeah, so they don't, Troax doesn't have it set up for these kind of lights. They just have the kind of the rectangular light setups. So I had to figure out a way to mount the KC bracket onto the wind fairing of the Trailrax rack. And that's what I did, just kind of tedious measuring and got it lined up, but it seems to hold really well.
And it looks great too. And then coming around here, we've got the Rock Slide Engineering side steps. These things will open up when you open the door. Really nifty right there. And they hold up well on the rocks as well, as we've seen with a couple of our friends that run them on the Rubicon. And then what do you have for skid plates underneath?
Skid plates is the next venture full skid system with UHMW coating. So it just slides off those rocks.
Super slidey the way we like it. And then coming around here, you'll see he's got an ostrich wing junior, and this is just more or less an awning, right?
Yeah, 270-degree awning. It deploys and packs up in about 30 seconds. It's really rapid.
It's got some roto packs on the side because you need that gas. We're currently on a 200-mile off-road trip from Independence to Mammoth, so that extra gas is going to be needed, especially when you're running these beefy boys. Coming around to the back, this is where it's in the details, guys. Like, he's got the Expedition 1 bumper, obviously, with the rear lights, and then this bumper, I'll show you something cool about this bumper if we walk around over here. This bumper has a swing out for the tire, so your spare tire is no longer mounted on the tailgate itself, but it's still connected, so it swings together. It's a really great design. I love how they did it. Do you have any rattles or anything from it off-road?
No, nothing. It's solid.
See, like, that was one question I had because I've always been looking at these, but it's been doing well for him. He's got his water set up here from a Dometic. Yep, Dometic. It's a cool little battery-operated water dispenser for showering, washing dishes, whatever you want to do, wash your hands. He's got the trasharoo because, guys, like I say all the time, clean your ash or cool your ash and pack your trash. You always want to pack your trash. But coming back over here, here's where we get into some really cool stuff. Now, can you start us off with this little thing and then just kind of work our way through?
Absolutely. So right here we got the Dometic mount by American Adventure Labs. It's a magnetized spot that you can put your faucet. I'm still figuring out how I want to run that and do a water faucet. Then I have the Trailgator table, which comes down quickly, and then you got a cutting board that slides. I also have another magnet here for that water faucet. And then And sticking with the American Adventure Labs, we have the drawer system. You can do two of these big guys and one small. I decided to leave this area for my luggage and stuff. But you'll notice in here, I have all my camp gear. I have different trays. I have one for photography gear, camping gear, just depending on what I'm going to do. I just took the time and cut some foam with the scalpel, just ordered off of Amazon, and just makes things not rattle. And I hate rattles. It drives me crazy. So I take the time and just make sure and I know where everything's at too. So when I need to grab something, I know exactly where to go.
And speak about rattles. Did you have rattles with this system when you first got it?
I did. And I've talked to some other people that have had the same issues. And I guess when you pack it full, it stops rattling. But I, right off the gate, had that rattling, and I decided I just took kind of 1/4-inch foam, foamed a ton of stuff. The hinges in there, the locking mechanism kind of shakes up and down, and I had to go in there and figure out a way to stop that. So I did lose the functionality of the lock right there, but I can deal with that. I can put something right here and just keep it open.
You made it yours.
Made it mine. And then we have the same thing going on over here. I got the Dometic fridge, and this is the flip and slide, they call it. And this is kind of my camp kitchen. So this pulls out. This pulls out. This comes off, and this flips open. Place to put your camp stove. And then I have all my camping kitchen accessories there. And then you can put your cutting board right in there so you can prep your food, cook your food.
Well, that's pretty crazy. And then, of course, guys, he's got his paper towel set up here. You cannot go anywhere without paper towels. He's also got that upper rack with some recovery gear and some other odds and ends. But I want to highlight something. If we come over here, you probably notice something different about the hardtop. This is not your normal hardtop. This is, and it's dirty because it's supposed to be, we're using it, turn off road. Now, if you know anything about hardtops, you know that it's been a matter of contention with some other companies that have been taking about, how long did you wait for your first hardtop?
Oh, I'd still be waiting on that order. I put in an order day one, and I think it was almost 2 years by the time I decided to bail on that one and went with Turn, and I got that one, I don't know, in about a month and a half.
Yeah, and so Turn Off Road has been pumping out these hardtops. They've been doing a fantastic job. It's got insulation, I believe, some sort of insulation or padding on the inside. It's got all the cool stuff. It's got spots to mount your rack, which he has the trail racks.
And it actually has inserted billet pieces for that. They kind of went the extra mile with that mounting position.
Any rattles or anything from the roof? Not roof rack, the soft top, hard top, whatever you got.
There was initially, but they've kind of Turn has been amazing customer service with how they've dealt with this. And what it was is this little piece here. It's tearing too. Looks like that. This little weather stripping piece, and it was squeaking, and they kind of figured it out quickly. There was a few people on the forums that were talking about it. They're like, hey, we'll even send you weather stripping. So they've been amazing about that. And then the little latches inside squeaking a bit. I think I'm just going to pad those, and it'll take care of that.
But overall, you're pretty happy?
Very happy with it.
Yeah, and I've had experience with Turn Off-Road in the past as well for some bumper stuff. Their customer service is next to none.
Yeah.
But it's overall a great hard top, and then obviously the trail racks is a great complement to that as far as roof racks go with all the stuff going on. He's also got some storage here. We won't go super deep into that, but it's on these cool little rails, and it just hangs down, and you can get all your toiletries or whatever you want to put in there, you can have. He's got this bag here as well for some additional storage.
Shoe rack, actually.
The shoe rack. This is for all the shoes. Look at that.
Your shoes.
That's pretty cool. And then if we bring the camera over here, I know it's difficult with the ladder, we're going to showcase a couple things. Right off the bat, you can see he's got a cooler inside. He's got his My Medic, really nice first aid bag. He's got his doggy area. He's got a little attic up here for some more storage. He's got his water containers in the back, and then he's got all his Step 22 gear and propane tank. And then if we zoom out, we're going to open this door up. And he has a rear seat delete with additional storage underneath. And you could, obviously you got all this stuff in the back, but if you took everything out, you could probably sleep in this.
Yeah, absolutely. If I had leveled it, but I wanted a little bit higher for more gear, but absolutely.
Yeah, this setup is oriented around storage, and it's very good. It's making a lot of use of every inch of space in this thing. He's got aftermarket lights on the interior. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Overall, really, really cool. And then obviously the rooftop tent, we cannot ignore that big, massive piece of hardware, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. iCamper. It's the SkyCamp 3.0.
It's huge, and I love it. And I'm sure it's really comfy.
Yeah, it's amazing. I had the, Cuomo Top, the air mattress with the foam in it that we use. We never even tried the mattress that came with it. Too small. We want a nice, comfortable mattress. And then you also notice on the back side of there's a solar panel that's attached to it. So
it's a cool build.
Yeah.
So coming back around over here, we're pretty much done, folks. But obviously the ditch lights as well. And then we didn't talk about your fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's show them the fire extinguisher, and then we will wrap this video up.
You want the GMRS too? Or?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So we'll have the camera zoom in on the fire extinguisher, and I'll give the camera over to Joe.
So Desert Does It makes these brackets for fire extinguisher, and this one's just for right in front of the seat, because if there's a fire, you need to be able to grab that thing fast. So I thought that would be the best place for it.
And the radio?
And the radio. So I have my GMRS. It's a Midland. It's actually the box is mounted underneath the console here, and then I ran wires, and you'll see up here there's a port, and then I have it on one of these retention devices. So it's up by my ear. I can hear it, I can talk, and then it just goes back to a magnet right there.
Awesome. Well, that's it, guys. Feel free to leave any comments, and I can maybe get to him if he's okay with it and ask him the questions y'all have and get some answers to you. But thank you so much for sharing your build. It is beautiful. I'm glad to have you out here on the trails with us, and I hope to see you again, maybe on the Rubicon one day.
That would be amazing. No tent on that one, though.
Yeah, you got to shed some weight up top for that.
For sure.
But thank you so much for watching, guys. Y'all have a good day, and cool your ash, pack your trash.